Hey class, this activity, this is the 1.1.5b circuit theory simulation. So you need to open this up in PLTW. Okay, so go ahead and get that up. Pause this till you get that up. What you're going to be doing in this activity is I'm just going to scroll past or explain what series and parallel circuit are here. And then the procedures, you're going to create this circuit with these specs. They ask you to add an amp meter and voltmeters here and record some calculations or some measurements, some readings. You are going to skip this because this is to use an online resource. You're going to make this number 3 circuit. Skip this because this is the online resource. So you're going to be using the one on the desktop. You'll be making this circuit, this circuit, this circuit, and this final circuit here. Okay. Now, on my submission sheet on Frog, under assignments, unit 1, you're going to put a screenshot of each of those circuits once they are activated and showing the readings on them. And I'll show you how to do that. I then want you to make sure that you provide additionally those measurements here in these little blanks. You don't have to worry about this because you haven't done the 1.1.5a, which is doing the hand calculations of these problems. So you don't have to answer this right now. Now, does this match your hand calculations? Okay, so what I want you to do at this point is open up Multisim. I want you to just come down here and search Multisim on the desktop computer. Should have this type of icon. Once you open it up, it'll look something like this. You can zoom in and out and kind of push the scroll button in and then drag this around. Just get yourself about this close. Okay, so you're going to be functioning all from this little guy here, place source. So I'm going to hit place source, and I'm just going to show you a variety of things that you need to bring in. You'll need to do a DC power source. So under place source, under sources, power source, we have DC power source. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK and place that there. You're going to need a ground at some point. I'm going to hit OK. Place that there. Underneath of basic resistors, you can select resistors. So you'll need a 220. I'm going to hit OK. Let's just say you needed a 500. I'm not sure if you do. Just 500. Make sure that you're getting that component, that resistor, not the kilo ohms or mega ohms or anything like that. So just 500 ohms, just regular ohms. I'll place that. And then we need some meters. Okay. So underneath of group, we're going to go to indicators. And this is where we have our voltmeter. Now, I just want you to kind of look at this picture. This is a voltmeter in a horizontal position. Here's the voltmeter in a vertical position where the leads are up and down instead of left and right. You can then reverse it where this is the plus and this is the minus. You can just reverse the orientation of the meter just to depending on how you want to use it so that you don't have wires going all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and do the voltmeter horizontal. Place that there, and then I'm going to get the amp meter. I'm going to click on amp meters now. There we go, amp meter, and I'm going to get the vertical one for this. I think they want you to have that at some point. Okay, go ahead and hit close. You can adjust the voltage right here. You can just double click into it. You can adjust the voltage. You don't need to worry about the display of it or anything like that right now. You can adjust the resistor by double clicking in, changing it. You can also right click and copy and paste them if you need more resistors and stuff like that. Same thing for the voltmeters. You can copy and paste voltmeter and then you can hook it up any way you need. So I'm going to go ahead and make a basic circuit here. I'm going to show you how to turn it on and hook up the meters, and then you really have everything you need to know in order to do this activity. If you go back to the activity, you can see it's really just DC power supplies and resistors in parallel or series or a combination of them. Okay. So for these right here, this 2.7K for these larger ones coming in, 2.7K, and they'll know that is for a kilo. You can also, when you're placing them, go ahead and search for that too. Or you could have searched for 2700 instead of 2.7K. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just turn that back to, let's just call it 1,000 or 1K. Okay. So to hook this thing up, I'm just going to hook up 2 of these. Ooh, hello. Control Z. Bring it over here. This one here. They usually orient it so that the ground's kind of right over there. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And I'm going to put my voltmeter here. And I'm going to put my amp meter just here. Okay. So I'm going to make a series circuit. I just click on the little leads, connect them together. Just left clicking. Okay, this will not, if I try to play this right now, it's going to, it shouldn't honestly play. It should say you need a ground. And I'm surprised it didn't just do that. So always hook up a ground though. You always need a ground. There we go. Now, if we wanted to have this voltmeter on this resistor, if that's what it asks us to do, you hook it up to either side of it. Let me go ahead and make another one of these. Let me just copy and paste it. Copy, paste right here, there. If you hook it up backwards, it's just going to give you negative readings, but you know what it is. And then for the amp meter, delete that line out. And I'm going to put this amp meter in series with it. Remember, it's got to run through it. So I'm going to, from here, there. Okay, so what I've done here is I've hooked up a voltmeter for each resistor so we can read the voltage drop there. These should add up to 12. And I have the total amperage on the circuit. And you know that the amperage is the same throughout. So this amperage that reads here is the total, and it's going to be the amperage at each location also that passes through. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And at that point, it's going to give you the simulation. You can see that 8 and 4 add up. V1 plus V2 equals VT. You can see that there is 8 milliamps, or you can take this 3 this way, 1, 2, 3.008 amps. Just report the numbers this way now, and we're going to be talking about engineering scientific notation and talking about that today also. Okay, so this is basically what you needed to do. Just real quick, going back here, you're going to put a screenshot of each circuit in here. Make sure you answer these. And you are creating, it says circuit in number 1, circuit in number 3, circuit in number 4. And if you go to that activity, circuit in number 1, it's this one. Circuit in number 3, circuit in number 4, and so on and so on. These distant learning supports you don't need. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, take a screenshot. Last thing, if you come down here and type in snip, this snipping tool right here, this is where you'll take a screenshot, hit new, and you'd be taking the screenshots of your multi-sim screen. So you'd be taking pictures of this right here. Snip. And new, and you would do this. It's a little cumbersome, and then you would save it to your desktop. This is on your desktop computer in the classroom, so then I would open up this activity sheet on the desktop so that you can just drag them in. If not, you can email these pictures to yourself or dump them into your Google Drive through Frog and access them on your laptop that way. All right, thank you much. Thank you for listening. See you later.